Okay, I'm live. Here we go. So as I'm waiting for an audience to show up, I actually have some replays to kick off this video with. Let me just move my mic real quick. Oops. I need to turn the volume off on that. Okay. Yeah, I kind of watch on the side so that way I can follow the chat. Anyway, I had 2 more multiplayer games today. I played as Dardania. This is going to be against player doing Sparta. Let's watch a couple replays. Meantime, I'm just going to enjoy myself a giant bowl of mashed potatoes and gravy. Okay, so. No, that was the wrong one. Here we go. Yeah! Good old Alt-K for cinematic, for the cinematic looks here. So I'm playing as one of my absolute favorites, Aeneas. He's being escorted here on either flank by the Dardanian defenders. And the flanks of the Dardanian defenders are guarded by these lovely, beautiful, fearless swords, one on each end. Behind them, I have 3, or no, is it 2? Can't remember. Is it 2 or 3? Probably 2. This could be, yeah, 2 units of heavy Anatolian skirmishers, each with 1 XP chevron. And then supporting each of these units on their flanks are renowned Dardanian sworn fighters. 35 armor, 76 beefy morale, 42 speed, and some giant hecking clubs. So I got one of those on each flank. And then out here, because I was worried about my opponent bringing chariots, I brought my own archer chariot, because it's still just important to have your own chariot, I feel like, at this stage of the game. 2 savage centaur warriors. This is, it doesn't show it here, but this is actually one of the best armor-piercing units at 10 points available. No, I'm kidding. I must be confusing them with the other ranks of centaur warriors. And anyway, so I brought Savage Centaur Warriors just in case I brought Chariots, because these guys, they won't be able to win it by themselves, but they'll be able to hold a chariot in place, while some shielded spears and, yes, some Dardanian rabble, the 2-handed spear cheapo mob unit, can deal the damage, basically. My Spartan enemy did not bring any chariots. In fact, I have yet to see an opponent bring a chariot unit other than the one guy who brought skirmisher chariots, and he used them like skirmishers. This guy, he brought Menelaus, but he went to town with Achaean slingers. Just like, here's 5 units right there. He's got another one over here, and then he has a renowned slinger over here. On his far right flank, he has 4 units of shielded spearmen, and in his center, he has 4 units of regular spearmen, backed up by 2 units of Laconian swordsmen, Menelaus sitting pretty back here. And what I am unaware of, completely unaware of, are the 2 units of heroic axe warriors. This is where he put the majority of his army spend, actually, is right here hiding in this pocket. So the first thing I do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start shifting over some units. Since I don't see any chariots, I'm going to move these guys over to the left flank along with this renowned Dardanian sworn fighter and 1 fearless sword, because 1 fearless sword is enough to defeat these shielded spears with a little bit of support. I also send out this unit because I'm thinking this is a clear pathway here, but also to do a little bit of scouting. I missed out on this, these javelins coming off the heroic axe warriors. It wasn't until the information pop said that a unit was close to breaking that I realized these guys were getting torn up, and here it is. So I went ahead and I'm going to start falling back with him, get out of the range of these javelins. I can no longer see them. Oh, I can see them still. That's why the arrows are coming in. I'm sitting here going, well, 2 units of heroic axe warriors. This isn't really a fight I want my Savage Centaur Warriors for, but I bet you my Archer Chariots can pick away at them since they are they are shielded. Never mind. I got these confused with the Axe Champions. Yeah, 75% missile block chance. So these shots right here off my Archer Chariots, pretty much a waste. He does pull back the 2 Laconian swordsmen to try and help him hold things down. He moves up his renowned slingers and his regular Achaean slinger over here, so he can start, and this isn't a bad idea, trying to start dealing some damage, but I go ahead and get this Fearless Swordsman on the way, and look at the range that Fearless Swords have on their Pila Chucks. Those are pretty much wasted shots. My renowned Dardanian sworn fighters, I go ahead and tell them, like, go ahead and charge the Achaean slingers. The Achaean slingers will run away, and they'll get behind the line, but the Dardanian sworn fighters charging into a line of shielded spearmen, that's totally fine by me. I don't mind one bit. These guys are only anti-large. They don't have the special spears that deal extra damage. And look, his slingers, because he was on skirmish mode, they actually do get a little bit caught here. and then have to fall back again. This unit of Dardanian Sworn Fighters I'm going to send out to the right flank as well. He's going to go ahead and pull back his Heroic Axe Warriors, and these units over here are going to try and escort them, make sure that they get over here safely. Okay, so now his mini slingers start opening fire on my guys, and I'm going to let it happen. He's targeting my Dardanian defenders, and guess what? That's a 55% missile block chance and 70 armor. Like, go ahead, waste your sling rounds on them. He does start targeting a little bit, or this might be collateral, into my heavy Anatolian skirmishers, which is appropriate. He should be shooting at those guys with his slingers. He could win that engagement if he keeps trying. They do have a shield, and their missile block chance is 35%. So they can be beat up by slingers. So as you can see, I pull my Savage Centaur Warriors back out this way. I'm going to actually bring them all the way around the map, doing Napoleon tactics here. Your cavalry can threaten both flanks. I'm going to pull them all the way around this cliff face and bring them back here because it's just they're a little fragile. My Fearless Swords are going to get into this fight. They're going to back up this Dardanian rabble because, frankly, they're just Dardanian rabble. They'll throw javelins right into the back of them too. I get a shieldless spear through. And this renowned Dardanian sword fighter is going to attack this unit in the flank. And the animation's a little goofy. What ends up happening is it's like, even though I give the attack order, only like the 3 or 4 right here engage like the 3 or 4 on this flank. It's a little bizarre. I would have expected a little bit more wraparound. These renowned slingers are going to try and save their shielded spearmen from these shieldless spears, but oh well. Too late for you. Heavy Anatolian skirmishes. As you can see, my mainline infantry completely punished his spearmen, and his Laconian swordsmen are next on my docket. I did try to get a cheeky charge in with my archer chariots, but it wasn't good enough. I'm taking damage from slingers, and I'm going to try to avoid that. And this unit of renowned Dardanian Sworn Fighters is going to come complete the circle and try and get around to the back here. But he's got his Heroic Axe Warriors. They're still eager, they're still active, but they're a perfect target for my javelins. And this is exactly what I was kind of waiting for. This is what you want these heavy Anatolian skirmishers for. And then I got 2 Dardanian defenders to hold them in place so my javelins just empty their ammo. Meanwhile, out here, Aeneas and Menelaus are caught in a challenge. And while this may look like Aeneas is going to lose this, the important thing to remember about Aeneas when it comes down to these epic hero melees, he has healing, he has regeneration for 55 seconds, 6 hit points healed per second. So this is going to go in Aeneas' favor after the initial challenge phase is over. Because while they are in a divine challenge, they actually can't use any of their abilities, but it doesn't last forever. And that means after it's done, you can activate your abilities again. It's a nice little epic throwdown here. As you can see, my javelins raining down on his units from behind. That was a miss. What you doing, Menelaus?
You should run now. Words will not save you.
That's right, Aeneas. Beat him up. Beat him up. All right, back into the rest of the fight. So his Achaean slingers got unguarded, and that means my chariots are now free to just do what they do best, and that is kill a bunch of slingers. And they're also going to get into these slingers as well. As you can see, my Dardanian defenders and the Heroic Axe Warrior finished up the Heroic Axe Warriors. My Anatolian skirmishers can now focus their javelins onto this Heroic Axe Warrior. Meanwhile, out here, as you can see, my forces cleaned up that shielded spear once the Fearless Swordsman got involved, and here's that weird animation combat thing I was talking about, right? Like, only the front 2 ranks are actually going to fight, and they decided to fight with their flank was their new front. It was really weird. This is going to go in the direction of the renowned Dardanian Sworn Fighters, but I wish I just pulled them out, reformed them, and then charged again. But seeing that they're wavering, damage sustained, this is a done deal. So as you can see by the timer, like the slingers aren't going to be able to do anything against these archer chariots, unfortunately. They're going to try to. I did stop chasing this unit, and then I immediately regretted it, thinking, what if they regroup right here at the edge of the line? And I'm curious to see if they will. But I go ahead and I reorder the charge, and that's when they shatter. And that's when the whole army shatters, neither hero getting to use their Aristea, in part because of that Divine Challenge. That Divine Challenge is a great way to just neutralize a hero. Hello, Link C. Hello, Jeff Robbins. Yeah, that was a really clean fight. This is a replay because I wanted to go ahead and get the replays in while I was waiting for audience members to show up. This is my first replay of 2 that I did today against Sparta, playing as Dardania. I mean, I wish I could make this up. Like, there's no way to chat with your opponents in this game as of yet. But I played 2 games yesterday as Sparta against Ithaca, and then my 2 games today, I was like, okay, I'll play a new faction, and both of my opponents picked Sparta. Oh, you got the Sword of Cain. Good job, Linksy. Glad to hear it. Yes, so look at the kills there, though, on like the Fearless Swords in particular, the Dardanian defenders. The only units that started with XP in this game were my 2 heavy Anatolian skirmishers. The renowned Dardanian Sworn Fighters, a solid pick. I think they're much more valuable than the I think they're called like the Dardanian Chargers or something. They're the most expensive infantry unit in the game for Dardania is, what's it called? Dardanian Chargers. So yeah, they do get Pila, which might be worth the 300. But like the renowned Dardanian Sworn Fighters, they have more hit points. They have a lot less armor, but that doesn't bother me so much when their job is to just charge in there as quickly as you can and punish them. These Dardanian Chargers only have a speed of 35, but their charge bonus is 35. The renowned Dardanian Sworn Fighters' charge bonus is 48. Like, this is what they're for. It's in the name. Your Chargers should have better charge. Also, you can only take 3 of them. Like, the caps on some of these units is a little silly. Got one more replay for you. This is, yeah, here it is. My second game against Sparta. And I was talking about this one in Linksy's stream, which, by the way, Linksy is in the chat. If you haven't, for any reason, checked out his stuff, you really should. So, yeah, this battle was a lot sillier. I was planning for much the same from Sparta, but I was also worried about the lack of the armor-piercing potential on Aeneas' roster. So I brought 4 units of Axe Chargers. These guys are really cheap, but they are pretty much the only armor-piercing infantry option available for Aeneas. So, otherwise the army is mostly the same. I brought 3 light skirmishers instead of 2 heavy skirmishers. The same 2 Savage Centaur warriors and an archer chariot. The 2 Savage Centaur warriors are there to help me pin down chariots, while I get a unit like these Dardanian Sworn Fighters, Axe Chargers, and Rabble into it. But these guys would also be a good flanking force. This map had a great big mud pit right in the middle, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, if he's playing Sparta, there's a chance that he might bring a lot of heavy infantry, and if he does, will he deploy in the middle? And if he deploys on the flanks, will he meet me in the middle? Yeah, I have heavy armor too, but like, I also have medium units, I have light units, I have javelins, I have chargers, I have cavalry. I can meet him in this mud bowl. But the first thing I noticed in this battle, when I hovered over the power bar, he only brought 679 units. So I knew he was bringing nothing but lots of heavy troops. And this build is a little silly. I almost wonder if he had it auto-generated. So he has Menelaus on foot. He has 2 units of Warriors of Artemis, one with an XP chevron. This is the max of number of Warriors of Artemis he's allowed to bring. 45 archers per unit. This is the most expensive archer unit that Sparta can get their hands on. He's got a Heroic Axe Warrior, and that's his only real unique Sparta gold-bordered unit. He's got an Armored Charger over here with 2 XP chevrons. He's got 2 Renowned Laconian Axemen with 2 XP chevrons, and he has a line of Armored Spearmen with 2 XP chevrons each. So he's just got this big, beefy boy army. He's going to move his Warriors of Artemis right over here into this copse of trees. And I'm looking at this now with my army, and I'm thinking I have 3 approaches to get to him. I have the far right flank, which is where I'm going to start sending the Savage Centaur warriors. This is the only one that has XP in my army, by the way, is this Savage Centaur warrior. I'm going to send them all the way up here and then get around to the back of this, because I'm going, he's slow, he's burdensome, he's heavy. I could even move some of my infantry through the mud without much concern. My Axe Chargers have a speed of 48, so they really get ahead of the rest of the line here, and a little bit dangerously so, because I'm trying to set up my main line now right here, while this unit of Chargers and Dardanian Rabble, I'm just going to move them right through the mud, right into the trees, and right into the flank of this, because he is coming down the hill to meet me here, and the slope is in his favor, so I see that his forces are coming down, so I'm going to pull my Axe Chargers back out of this, as he's going to go ahead and start getting ready to defend himself right here. This isn't a bad idea. With the mud behind him, that will slow down my cavalry if I try to rear charge him. So he puts his back to the mud. That's smart. I actually really like that play on his part. What I don't like on his part is his army pick. So his archers start shooting. His first target is my axe charger. Not a bad idea to shoot at them because they have no armor, they have no missile block chance. But I got these light skirmishers right freaking here. You should probably start targeting them, and he will. So now that I see them, I'm going to quickly retrain my target. I was going after the armor chargers. I'm going to go ahead and start singling out the warriors of Artemis. They only have 30 armor, so my javelins are just going to chew right through all of their armor and deal direct damage to this unit. And you can see that they start melting under the barrage of javelins, but this light skirmisher unit is likewise melting. I'm still getting my units into place over here. I've got Aeneas to support this axe charger. They're going to go against a renowned Laconian axeman. They're going to lose, but Aeneas is going to do just fine. So I go ahead. I need to start pulling my light skirmishers out of this. The two warriors of Artemis do rout one of my light skirmishers, and I just go ahead and I'm gonna meet him here. I'm like, let's blob. Sure, let's do it. Let's go ahead and blob up because I'm getting my flanks. I'm getting them ready, and he does have this armored charger facing back, ready to face down my cavalry, which is smart. He's no longer worrying about his back to the mud. I think he should have stayed up there. Aeneas is over here with his divine regeneration, healing every bit of damage that those chargers can do to him. My archer chariots are just going to take shots of opportunity at these unshielded armored chargers. And he's going to get a downhill charge into my axe chargers that breaks them pretty easily, but I still have more coming. My javelins are going to go ahead and chuck into the warriors of Artemis. I'm going to take this charge here. I know it's a heavy armored spearman, but his bows are right here for the taking. So I'm going to take one quick charge, make like all of one kill, and then get out of there. And then I'm going to cycle in my centaur warriors to hit his warriors of Artemis and try and clean that up. Aeneas is pretty much left these guys to the lamb, so he'll come back over. I see that Menelaus is on the very edge of this fight. I charged a Savage Centaur warrior into him too. So I'm gonna cycle like I'm doing over here, just try to stay ahead of the armored spearmen. And look, here comes. They got here quick. They got here real quick. My other flanking force. So I'm gonna wrap around behind. I'm gonna chase off these armored chargers. I'm going to keep these warriors of Artemis off the battlefield, and now I'm going to get a divine challenge against Menelaus. He's now at minus 20 armor, putting him at 45, versus Aeneas, who's out of control berserk because of the divine challenge. You cannot do anything with them when they are in that divine challenge. Look at these heroic axe warriors maintaining their formation. Yeah.
Your warriors have been routed.
So you can see my guy's lightly armored. My javelins got caught up in all of this. You can see my chariots in the background trying to stay ahead of everything, but my Dardanian mob is out here. And you can also see my cavalry getting the drop on some really expensive axe chargers back over here. This is going exactly the way I want it to. And Aeneas and Menelaus, they're having to throw down over top of a pile of corpses. And again, what you're going to see here, you're going to see Aeneas immediately start losing this fight, but his morale is going to hold, and he's going to have the benefit of healing. Look at this, my renowned... Oh, look at the charge! Because there wasn't anything left to fight back here that I couldn't chase off. This is what you use Dardanian rabble for, by the way. Oh, you have heavy armored chargers out here, huh? Well, I'm going to go ahead and chase them down now since they're routing, and they're not going to come back for the rest of the fight. Ta-ta! And everybody's getting the benefit of the shout and the March of Hermes off of Aeneas now as the Divine Challenge ended. And look at his health pool just drop as I charge this. Actually, this is his Aristea, so he is going to heal a little bit. He's got his shield wall turned on, which is alright. I do have only a couple of javelins left, and that shield wall is going to help protect all of his armored spearmen that are out here. But at this point, the battle is just as I want it to be. My Dardanian defenders are throwing Pila point blank into the armored spearmen while they're being charged from all sides. And Menelaus routs. He does try to get in here with some Laconian axemen. He does try to get his armored spearmen. He's chasing off my armored chariots. This light skirmisher is out of ammo, so I'm just going to go ahead and charge in here just to pin them in place while I can get something else at him. And that's it. At that point, my opponent My opponent conceded the battle. This is why you don't bring tiny armies with heavy armor, because you don't need a lot to beat them with. Like, these guys didn't do so hot, right? Clearly, like, they got outnumbered, they got overwhelmed. A couple of them got completely out of position, but they were dealing damage that was extremely important for the later stages of the match. And then Menelaus just getting completely trounced by Aeneas, just demolished by Aeneas, and then that Jason Momoa charge. That's what I've decided I'm calling the Savage Centaur Warriors. They look like Jason Momoa. They look like don't they look like the Dothraki, like Khal Drogo? I think they do. Hello, Jeff Robbins. Hulk smash. Yeah, the multiplayer's fun, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do one live. Now that I'm here, let's do it. Multiplayer battle, host battle. The game name is Jarl's YouTube channel 1v1. No password. Boom. Game is created, and let's play as let's do Hector, because there's really only one roster you can take with Hector. All right, there's only 1980 left remaining. I'm going to take a cheap Chariot. I'm not going to take a Minotaur. I'm not going to take Corybantes. They're too expensive anyway. The cheap Chariot, though, is a good bet. And let's see here. This is all armor-piercing potential here. Yeah, this is all armor-piercing. So, or is that all anti-large? Oh, it's all anti-large. Do need some more armor-piercing, then. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units of light skirmishers. These guys will be my main armor-piercing. That's honestly, like, this is the only build I think that you can pick with Hector of Troy. As you can see here, his roster is very thin. His infantry options is where he has the most, but those infantry options pretty much just have to be 2 units of Hector's Chosen. They did take a nerf. Their missile block chance is now down to 65% from 85%, which was just ridiculous. As far as a medium weight class infantry goes, they were stupid powerful, right? You can only take 2 in multiplayer. Oh, my opponent's already here. ASADM 107. We're gonna play. I'm just going through all of the maps alphabetically. So we're gonna go to Artemis's Highlands here, and like the 2 units of Hector's Chosen, the 2 champions of Troy, the 3 guards of Troy. These are maxed as much as you can take of all those units, and that's the roster. You have enough money for 4 units of light skirmishers and an Anatolian Chariot when you're done. Ta-da! There's not much else to it. I wish I could say more, but that's literally all there is to it. So don't mind me, I'm just stuffing my face with mashed potatoes. Hello, audience. Thank you for coming. Yeah, the multiplayer in this game so far has been a huge enjoyment, but I'm also batting 100 right now. I have not lost a multiplayer match yet. We'll see if this is the first. I'm looking forward to the one I lose, and I think Hector might be the one I lose. Aeneas versus Hector is actually a favorite battle of mine. Oh my god, the hill. Oh my god, the hill. So we're going to be playing for this high ground. Oh, he can't even get up here, really. He has to go around it. That's a really unbalanced map. I don't want to put my javelins up here because they can shoot... Oh god, that's also... My javelins don't even have the range to clear that. Alright. So, I'm gonna just... I guess I'm just gonna go I can either go left or I can go right. Right looks a little bit more even and might be more entertaining to watch. So, I'm gonna deploy my army out that way. Okay, so... The way I'm going to deploy this... I'm going to put Hector right in the thick of this army, right over here. My opponent's ready. Let's group that. Hector's Chosen on each flanks. These guys also got a speed debuff. They were like a 55 speed before. Now they're speed 42. Like, Just absurd speed on these guys. And then javelins right behind the main line. The two champions of Troy do have Pilo. And then an Anatolian chariot back here. Hector's army also doesn't have very many answers to chariots. So how many enemies? So he brought 964 men, and he brought 2 heavy Trojan chariots at least. So I could be in a lot of trouble here. I'm going to go ahead and move up to get on top of this hill, which is exactly what he's doing as well. If I could throw javelins at these heavy Trojan chariots, I'll be happy. Here comes the rest of his army. Heavy Anatolian spearmen, Anatolian swords. Wouldn't have expected that, but hey, to each their own. Aeneas on foot over here. What do we have? Here's a fearless sword. There's another fearless sword. Yeah, so he's got at least 2 of 3 fearless swords here. Let's go ahead and get some javelins in here. I will absolutely meet this challenge. Let's go.
Your hero is under attack.
Yeah, he's got me in a bit of a blob. Oh no. Come on. Come on. Target the right one. Let's see if I can't quite clear this out here. Chariots do have anti-large themselves. So this is so far going in my direction. I do need to kind of fall back. Alright, so he's taken the hill. He's successfully taken the hill. He's suicide charging his heavy Trojan chariots in here, but that's fine. I'll go ahead, just like, I'll fall back off the hill. Well, no, he's taking advantage of this, which is smart. Let's keep chasing that here. Let's go ahead and... I'm a bit too blobbed up right now. Guards of Troy will take Anatolian swords just fine. I can chase that out. That's good. Oh, hey, he got into my javelins. I think he's going to win this one just based on the grounds that his attack right now is much more organized and he has the hill. He brought Anatolian slingers. Big mistake. Big mistake. Okay, so he's done with this attack with his chariots. Let's go ahead and get in here with that.
Your warriors are losing
I'm going to
heart.
keep... Oh, he's turning around. Okay. In that case, I will meet your chariots again. Oh, he routed my chariots. Good for him. Almost done with this guy. Let's get a Vanquish going. Favor Asclepius will heal him. He doesn't need the healing yet. And we'll take the divine focus just for now. Man, he got his Alright, well, you know what I'm gonna do about that? Throw javelins at you. Let's go ahead and take a champion of Troy back here. You see, he's wasting all of his slings into my very, very heavy armor, heavy shielded units. Yeah. Oh, he just cleaned up my light skirmishers with that jav charge, which is good for him. And this is the weakness of the Hector roster. There is no real answer to chariots. There just isn't. There's plenty of answers to Anatolian slingers. Like, I'm not worried about these guys at all. But look at these Hector's Chosen.
Warriors are rallying.
Let's go ahead and get that heal going. On yourself. Oh, it's also area of effect? That's nice. That's routed, okay. Let's go ahead and dump some javelins into the fearless swords. His slingers should be targeting my light skirmishers, and they are. That's good. Where's the other chariot? Is it gone? I think it's gone. Yeah. Yeah, his slings should have been shooting my javelins this whole time, actually. Let's take this Guard of Troy into that heavy Anatolian spearman. We'll take this Hector's Chosen, and we're going to go after some slingers here. Are you kidding me? There's the other chariot. We're actually winning this fight. And he's targeting my Hector's Chosen with his slings. That's not wise. They're still here. Their morale hasn't broken yet. These guys are routing. Come on. Alright, so that's the end of those chariots. There's a Fearless Swordman showing me his flank over here. Let's activate the shout. And let's go Aristea. Hector's Chosen have all sorts of speed. I might be able to turn this around. It's very unlikely. It's very unlikely, but I can try. Champions of Troy expending their last Pila there. Champion of Troy is almost gone. Yeah, I'm keeping those slingers occupied at least. Don't really have a good answer for the Fearless Swordsman at this stage. This is going to be a victory for him for sure. Let's do another heal here. Let's activate that Vanquish. Activate that Shout. That Divine Focus. Still losing against Aeneas though. Yeah, I'm out of options pretty much, unfortunately. Unless there's something that allows me to keep my Hector's Chosen alive and he wastes all of his ammo into it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, here goes the chain route though. Fairly certain this is it. So yeah, there you go. My first defeat. And it came pretty much at the hands of me trying to prove the weaknesses of the Hector roster. There's no real solid answer to Chariots. There just isn't. And this is what happens. There's plenty of armor over here, so I'm actually going to turn that ability back on.
You are losing ground.
And Hector's just in here being a champ.
Make your peace.
Bunch of Anatolian spears and such out here watching it happen now. Some of them don't know how to stand. What's left? Come on, what's going on? They still haven't... Oh gosh, they still haven't caught these slingers yet. and they won't... They're not going to. But I can just, you know, make them waste their ammo. That might help me turn the tide on the balance of power bar. He has an Aristea he can activate. Oh, hey, look! These guys came back. Oh, nope, they're gone now. There it is, finally! There's the route. There it is! Ian, yes, you could join the next battle. Absolutely. Don't mind me, I'm just stuffing my face with mashed potatoes and gravy. The name of the game is Jarl's YouTube 1v1. You'll have to tell me in the chat if it's you, because not all of the names seem to be working. Let's go with Asterian's Glory. Are you Aku Baidu 123? Is that you, Ian? Or should I kick this person? Oh, Ian! Is that you? You'll have to tell me in the YouTube chat, because there is no chat functionality in Troy multiplayer yet. If I ever over here, I'll show you. Feature not ready yet. Coming soon. There is no chat. Is this you, or do I kick you out, Ian? I hope you're listening. Okay, that is Ian. Okay, very good. Ian, I have another question for you. Does it show my name as epic_159732 blah blah blah? Or does it show Jarl Appian Way as my name? Please let me know in the chat, because I'm bothered that I cannot show my actual name here for some reason. Anyway, about that Hector Troy roster, he has other infantry units, but like, all of these other infantry options just do not compare to Guards of Troy, Champions of Troy, or Hector's Chosen. And I mean, maybe Renowned Swordsman could replace something. Heavy Shock Spears are good too. Spear Fighters are a good option. But as you can see, there's no good anti-chariot option, with the exception being, like, bring more of your own chariots. That just seems to be it. The Minotaur is garbage. I hate the Minotaur. The Corybantes are so-so. Anyway, Hector is probably my least favorite faction right now, honestly. I'm going to go Ithaca, because boy howdy, let me tell you, do I love Skaven-themed Romans, because that's entirely what this roster is. I will, of course, be bringing Odysseus. There's something to be said for all of these other heroes if you don't want to go with a skirmish hero, but I mean, hey, it's Odysseus, and he's the fastest hero in the game right now. And let's see here. Let's put him on... Ooh. That increases his range? What? Okay. I'm going to put him on that chariot. Now then, infantry. I'm definitely taking those two. And then skirmisher-wise, you only get 2 of these. Let me show you what I definitely think it's all about here. I'm going to take 4 of these chums, and I'm going to take 4 of these chums. This is the Legionary Corps right here. I'm going to take a couple of those. Alright, well, I'm running out of spend here pretty quickly. I'll tell you what. One of those. Get me one of these. Let's see, what's he bringing? Mycenae? Mycenae. He's bringing Agamemnon. Okay. Well, I can't remember what Agamemnon's chariots are like. I know he gets giants, so let's see. Ugh. No. Alright, I'm going to take out 1 more of those. Got the 2 of them, that's fine. Oh, I'm just 50 short. Oh, shoot. I was going to take that Gorilla Stalker. That's okay, I don't need the Gorilla Stalker. I can take instead... Oh, come on. I wish I could afford 2 Javelins here. Okay, I'm going to take out 1 more of those. 1,500 left. 700 left. There we go. Alright. And did I remember to change the map? I think I did. Alright. Hey, Rom J, how you doing? It shows my name is Epic. Fantastic. I wish I knew how to change my name. I've tried several times, and it's just not going. The Cyclops is overpowered, and it also just got a huge nerf, too. Like, almost all of its traits have been reduced in some way, shape, or form. But also, in good news is that, and I think this is a buff for it, at least as far as like AI controlling the Cyclops, it has a like obviously it has a maximum range on that boulder toss ability within 130 meters, but you also can't do it within 15 meters now. So no more point blank Cyclops boulders. He has to throw it at least 15 meters to hit his target. Oh man, look at the trees. Look at the trees. Let's see here. He brought 608 men. That's Ian, all that armor you're bringing. I wonder if I have any javelins or not. Actually, you know what? A little bit different here. Let's deploy right here. And then you guys... Oh, you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna make that a group. Gonna make this a group. You guys are... Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, right there. Right there. And the reason for which will become apparent shortly, I promise. I want him positioned right here. Right here. Yes, Jeff, they throw rocks like a Cygor. They don't have ammo either. It's just an ability that triggers every 30 seconds. As far as the Cyclops nerf goes, that is new as of, like, this multiplayer beta. They just put that feature in. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Let's do this. You have 3 minutes, Ian. Oh, we're going now. Okay. He deployed right where I suspected he would deploy. This is one of my favorite tactics that I learned while playing in Shogun 2 single player for the first time. Ooh, you brought a Minotaur, Ian. You don't watch my channel nearly enough. You brought 2 chariots. Yep. Yep, that's something I do need to be concerned about. Agamemnon's Companions, that's a good unit. This is the unshielded, but they have 100 armor unit. Armored Chargers, he's going into the trees. He's going into the trees. Okay, yeah. Yep. All of these, this is perfect. This is what I want right here. If you're looking at my mouse, if you're watching my stream, this is what is exciting me right now. Alright, gonna put my... Alright, so I have at least played... So the reason I had my javelins there is I wanted it to seem like I had more javelins hiding in the trees. Like I deployed them all in a line or something. Let's go ahead and move these guys out this way. And then... this, I need to start moving forward. It's gonna be a rumble in the jungle, folks. Are these? Yes, they are. Oh, oh, my young spears are getting shot. Oh no. Oh, really? Hey, renowned slingers, what's up?
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
And thus the ambush begins.
Your warriors have spotted hidden.
Look at that chariot. His other one did get out of the trees. Good for him. Good for him. I'm gonna try and get Odysseus over here to stop that chariot charge. Oh, there's the rest of his army. Young spears, no. No young spears. Look at that Minotaur. You're facing a Cyclops, buddy. You're facing a Cyclops and all these dudes. Alright. That's a shattered chariot. That's a shattered Minotaur. And got this chariot stuck in the trees. My Pila are going to take care of that, no problem.
Is under attack.
I'm going to actually pull Odysseus out of that. You guys should stop throwing Pila at the Minotaur. What range they've got? 110. That's phenomenal. Okay, so cleaned up what's not hiding in the trees. And that's shattered now too, so we can pull that guy out. Pull this guy out. Okay. Let's get these guys back over here. So, Ian's got a bunch of troops exactly right here. I wonder... I can. Okay. Sure. Let's see how this goes. I'm just really curious. He'll have to get in range. This is going to be phenomenal if this works. Let's just find out. Oh, well. Where's everybody else? Maybe they're still there. Okay, hold on, hold on. Let's try this again. I really hope this works. Let's find out. I might hit a tree. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, it hit a tree. Oh, well. That would have been something else if I had guessed exactly where his army was and then just hit him. Ooh, okay. Hello, Agamemnon. And here comes the... Yeah, no, we'll pull back. We'll pull back. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the troops up here. Let's get Odysseus over here. Let's get this guy back over this way. And... let's get a boulder. Oh no, the trees! Oh no, the trees. Shielded clubman, huh? Okay. The trees are going to do a lot of work against my javelins, that's for sure. Get another boulder here, but I'm probably not going to... Let's hold off on that boulder. Okay. Ooh, okay. So that did not take into account that he was moving. Don't like that one bit. Alright, so I can now group these guys together.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
No good targets for the Cyclops to throw into. Yeah, this isn't so hot, but hey. Oh, hey! What are you doing over here? You gotta be a real micro-intensive player to do this right with Odysseus. God, the range on Odysseus, though, is absurd, isn't it? Let's see if this boulder won't do what I need it to. Wait 1 second, guys. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. And then fire at will.
Aeneas, your warriors are ready.
Here comes the boulder. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please. More. Oh, okay. He had that shielded clubman hiding there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright. Menelaus is now off my radar. Let's go ahead and do some, actually, here we go. That'd be a good target right there. I'll wait for Menelaus to come out of hiding again before I worry about him too much. Alright, Odysseus, you can fall back from that now. Young spears, get those slingers. Heavy sword skirmishers, Agamemnon's companions. That's a fight that favors the Agamemnon's companions for sure. The Cyclops is cleaning up over here.
Your warriors are rallying.
Let's see if we can't. Don't throw it. Never mind. I changed my mind. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. He's gonna throw it. Oh, I got him to stop just in time. Okay. Now throw it because they're engaged. And then here come the javelins. Ooh, and Odysseus' arrows. Deleted. Goodbye, armored charger. Goodbye. Odysseus' turn. God, those arrows off of him. Alright, where's Menelaus? Come out of hiding! Face me! Sword skirmishers are done over here. Oh, yes, javelins! Look at those Pila throws. Man, Odysseus just racking up the kills. Alright, that's gonna be it. Victory, Aristea. End battle. How was that, guys? Did you enjoy that? Okay, so I'm just gonna catch up on the chat a little bit. Okay, so Minotaur suck, says Ron J. I agree. Minotaur does suck. They used to be decent, and then when they lowered 30 morale, but now they only get rid of 10 morale. And like, Ian, don't leave the lobby. I want you for one more fight. I want to show something here with the Minotaur. Just bring one unit of infantry, would you? I'm gonna bring... Oh, that's a Cyclops faction. Is this one a Minotaur faction? No. Who has a Minotaur? Mycenae? Mycenae. Okay. Bring a unit of light infantry, like skirmishers of some sort. All right. Just make sure they're not on fire at will. And then bring like a unit of heavy infantry. I'm just gonna bring... I only spent like... Here, I'll just bring another couple of points. I spent 4,000 points. All right, Ian, do you understand the instructions? Spend 4,000 points. Bring a skirmishing unit at least, and bring a heavy infantry unit. Because I also want to show something out, show something off about the Minotaur, about why it's so trash. So Ram J says that they used to be just decent when they lowered 30 morale, but now they only lowered 10 morale with their Primal Scream. Yeah, that was cool when they lowered 30 morale. Like, that would really matter, especially like with these militia here. 40 morale, they lose 30. Big deal, but they're still just militia. It is just a large man dressed as a Minotaur. Jeff says that's awesome. Ramji says, I was so excited when I saw you could recruit stuff like Cyclops, and I was so crushed when I saw there were only men dressed like them. Jeff says, I guess that was CA's way to attempt to appease both historic and fantasy Total War fans. Instead, they failed both in that regard. That's a very big, like, summary of what I've been saying all along. Ram J says, in my camp, Odysseus has like 230 range, and he could have had more if I gave him better skill. Yeah, Ian, we'll play another one after this, because this one I just want to do a little bit of unit testing to show off. And I talked about this at length in my my Cyclops versus Minotaur video, but I'm willing to show you all how it is. Okay. So let's go ahead to the next map. Atalanta's hunting ground. No, wait, there's... I want to find something that has, like... Okay, perfect. Battlefield of Ares. We're going to fight in the middle, alright? We're fighting middle. Middle, Ian. I do hope you're listening. Okay, so Joseph map because it makes it very easy to see what's going on. We just have to get our guys into the middle plateau. So I'm going to start by deploying over here. The militia I just brought for the extra spend so that the balance of power bar isn't silly, but the balance of power bar is silly anyway. That's just the way it is sometimes. Really, I just kind of want to show off the Minotaur. So, the Minotaur has some abilities you need to know about. Siege Attacker, which is useful if you're doing like a siege multiplayer battle. It causes fear. Just standing there, it has an aura that that reduces enemy morale unless you yourself are a unit that causes fear, in which case the fear effect doesn't affect you. Okay, cool. Heights and Forest, everybody has that. Savage Roar, 40 seconds, enemies in range around 40 meters around it, minus 10 morale. And this is what I would consider to be the Minotaur's signature ability, the Bull Rush. For 15 seconds. The Minotaur tramples enemy units, is unable to attack. Alright? So, what does that paint a picture of in your head? That should paint a picture in your head of, oh, I'm going to... Yeah, I'll zoom in on it. I'm going to trample my enemies like it's a one-man chariot. I'm just going to roll right over his forces. Okay? Here he is. He's so proud of himself and his dreadlocks and his fancy hat. Look at him. Just look at him. Alright? Now, for the first demonstration, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to charge... Hey, can you bring up your Agamemnon's companions front and center for me? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fight the... I'm going to activate the Bull Rush ability here, and I'm going to go into Agamemnon's companions. Alright? Just move those Agamemnon's companions right up to the front of your line, okay? Get the militia out my way. I don't want to play with militia. I'm mostly interested in the bows and the companions. Let's move those companions up to the front. Meet the Minotaur. Also, I hope your bows are not on. Oh god, they are on fire at will. What are you doing? Oh no! Ah! I have no armor. I cannot do this. Okay, yeah, he moved his bows of ice back. Okay, perfect. All right. So then, Agamemnon's companions morale 84. So that ability isn't gonna the Savage Roar isn't gonna affect them too terribly much. All right. Watch this though. I'm gonna activate that Bull Rush and move. I'm gonna charge right through. Right. Watch this. Oh my god! He actually went through the unit! I've never seen that before! Did they actually change the collision? Look at how little... It didn't do any damage. He just walked right through the unit, basically. Let's see if it carries through here. Holy cow! The Minotaur might actually be worthwhile now. It used to be that it would just, like, completely, like, come to a dead stop when it met the enemy unit. I have to wait another minute before I could use the ability again. It used to be just like meeting any braced infantry was like grounds for hey, stop shooting me. It used to be that meeting any braced infantry was just like grounds for the Minotaur to come to an immediate halt. You just stop right there. He says, "Hey, he earned that poop with his he earned that crap with his dreadlocks." Okay, that's fair. Speed of 50. That should keep him ahead of a hero like Agamemnon. Agamemnon's gonna chase him though. I gotta do at least one more Bull Rush. I want to see if it does anything against the bows of Mycenae. Because it used to be like even if you were a braced skirmisher unit, the trample would activate. The trample would activate, and then you just come to a complete stop. It'd be like, what is the point of this ability? He didn't even do any damage either. Like, he just walked over those guys, but they didn't take any damage. They didn't take any casualties. That was just like the end. All right, here we go. Bull Rush. Lined up their rear. Bull Rush activated. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Minotaur I know and love. Yep. 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 Okay, you may now execute my Minotaur. It's such a Minotaur. It only just now started winning this fight because the ability finally broke. Let's Savage Roar, see if we can't get rid of the Bows of Mycenae. That wasn't enough to break him. Bows of Mycenae are a really solid unit. They can, if they're holding still for it, they can meet a Chariot charge and do just fine. And as far as the Minotaur goes in a one-on-one versus somebody like, oh, I don't know, Agamemnon, Agamemnon's abilities are going to come into play, and Agamemnon can pretty much just take this out. Agamemnon it's really his only role is to buff up troops around him, like he's providing this blood sacrifice buff to the Bows of Mycenae right now. And the Minotaur does plenty of damage, but so does Agamemnon. And what Agamemnon has that the Minotaur doesn't is armor and a shield. So the Minotaur's going to lose this. It's just a matter of time. Oh my god, that collateral kill on that Bow of Mycenae.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Are we getting chewed up over here? Here, let's militia showdown. Yeah, there goes my Minotaur. Routed by Agamemnon. And my Minotaur's tired now, so its speed is only 34. Agamemnon will be able to chase him now. The bows, if they want to, they can just go ahead and kill him. But, like, you would think that bull rush ability would be, like, the perfect tool to use to rear charge blobs like this. Like, if I were to come in here into the back of this militia and bull rush into the rear end of them, that should do something, right? The answer is no. It doesn't. They just come to a dead stop and then they don't do anything. It's like, that's what the Minotaur was known for in mythology. It was like the ability to just plow right through its foe. And sure, it plowed right through the foe when they were in a thin formation. Here, use that, I hope you use that bull rush ability and attack my militia in the rear, or try to move into the militia from the rear. And you'll see he just comes to a stop and he doesn't do anything about it. It's really goofy.
Your warriors have been routed.
He disrupted the formation. I mean, that's cool. But that's about it. That's all it is. It's just a formation disruptor. Exactly. It's still trash. It's not good. I can't stand the unit. The Cyclops is everything a Minotaur is, and it throws a fucking boulder. Sorry, I don't mean to curse. I try not to on my channel, but that's the difference here. That's what we're talking about. Okay. I can't remember. Where did we just fight? It might have been... That was Artemis's Highlands. That was the Asterian's Glory Zone we just did for a real battle. Next one will be Atalanta's Hunting Ground. That's our next map. Let's see here. Let's do Amazons. I love the Amazons. Gonna go with Penthesilea for sure. Rom J says the only time I find the Minotaur useful is in the garrison of Knossos. They can do work when needed to protect something. Yeah. Or attacking. Yes, absolutely. Like, it's okay in campaign when you have it as like a garrison unit. It does just fine there. Yeah, I'm playing as Penthesilea's Amazons. They were a DLC faction that came for free as a later update if you had the game linked to your Total War account, I believe. Ian is asking, how are you supposed to counter the Amazons? Okay. Well, Ian, what faction are you taking, first of all? Because I might be able to give you some tips. Yeah, Ian, just let me know what faction you want to take. Gonna play as Lycia. Lycia's a good faction. So Penthesilea's Amazon is really best known for its a unit called the Daughters of Ares. It's a two-handed axe infantry that costs 1,400 spend. I can take only 2 of them. It's a medium charging unit with a bonus on armor piercing and a bonus versus spearmen. I don't know why bonus versus spearmen. But the thing that Penthesilea's faction is really good at is causing fear. They have units that just make fear happen all across the board. So you'll want to pick units with decent morale, and you don't need to worry about armor as much with Penthesilea's Amazons. They don't have a lot of super heavy armor units. Most of them stay in like the vicinity of 10 to 30. They do have some armor options, but you're less likely to see them. Like, I think the highest armored unit is the Oathsworn at 45. Yeah. Yeah. And some of the best units that you have as Lycia are going to be Khopesh fighters. Oh gosh, what do I want to do with my remaining 630? The other thing that both Amazon's faction have that most other factions don't have is cavalry. Like, they have really good cavalry. 630. I mean, I guess you could just like that. Yeah. On this map, yeah, I'd do that. It's gonna be a lot of trees, but basically my plan is I'm gonna combo this unit, and this unit. See what I'm talking about here? This is a this is also cool. When they hit a certain number of kills, they'll deal even more weapon damage, and like that's nothing to shirk at. 27 armor piercing too. When going against Penthesilea, expect Cav, bring Spearman, Ramjay, good advice. Can we do an open map? Sure. Let's see here. Maybe. Definitely not that. No way. Nope. See, I was trying to just go through all of the maps alphabetically. This one would be alright, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we could always just do Battlefield of Ares again. Yeah, let's skip Atalanta and go to Battlefield of Ares. We'll do that one again. Okay, 30 more to spend. $35. I mean, I guess I could just... Oh, 31, are you kidding me? Alright, so only one unit is going to get any XP. Might as well make it the most bang for the buck right there. Let's give this a shot. So my main line there is going to be mostly supported by the Coronites. They're very similar to Khopesh fighters, with the exception being that they have less armor. Okay, so I'm going to deploy over here, and I'm going to meet him over in the center. Let's see here. I have a very light main line. When it boils down to it, this is a very light main line. But I can make stuff happen with this with support if they're supporting Penthesilea. Actually, I don't want that hard grouped. Now then, we'll put these ladies right back here. Here we go. Let's see, how many did he bring? 492? Okay. So he brought a lot of heavy armor. That might be a problem for me. Alright, so now we must step out from our chosen position. Reveal which side of the map we decided to deploy on. Now then, are we going to fight right here, or are we going to have to cross the middle to get to each other? Looks like we're going to have to... Oh! We're going to fight right here! Lycian winged chariots. Yes! Solid pick. These guys are fast. They are so freaking fast. Ah, love that unit. We got Khopesh. Yeah, renowned Khopesh fighters. Solid picks. Let's go ahead and get these slings focused on companions of... Oh, Gideon. I guess I should have seen that coming. Alright, then. Yeah, that's a lot of archer chariots, buddy. Alright, so that's a winged Lycian chariot that's going to be removed from this game.
Is under attack.
Okay, alright. You guys can come back now. Wow, they're actually doing a good job. So these javelins from the Harpies, they also do a discourage effect. So, okay, that got rid of that one. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here with the Companions of Sarpedon. Now, this is about what I expected to see happen. Oh, wait, I guess he's going to try skirmishing instead. Alright, we kind of broke that. These guys won't be able to go anywhere. Let's go ahead and throw javelins at it. Oh, I forgot to turn that off.
Your warriors have
Song of Battle. Deadly Focus. And come on. Come on. Wavering. Wavering still. Broken. Okay.
By Ares, your warriors are rallying.
It's a lot of skirmish chariots, not gonna lie. I just gotta keep routing the ones I can get my hands on. Ouch! Those Khopesh fighters have Pila. Kind of forgot about that. So I'm gonna have to keep my Furies out of this for a little bit. Yeah, these chariots are gonna wipe the floor with me, unfortunately. Penthesilea is dead. Yup. GG. I didn't see 7 chariots coming. No, 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 no. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that makes sense that they would get broken by that, actually. Now, let's see if we can't just happen to discourage enough more going on. Oh, no, chain route. Chain route instead. Yep. Ugh, not a good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ian won that one a while ago. I realized I was in trouble as soon as I saw that the entire army was chariots. Yeah, Penthesilea doesn't have a lot of... They could counter, like, 2 or 3 chariots. Countering 7 chariots is really hard to do when you don't have very much armor at all. Other units that I could have brought, Hippomachoi, horsewomen. Horsewomen alone are enough to stop chariot spam. And Aeneas maybe as well. I mean, because these guys are shield and spear riders, but they don't get a anti-large bonus. I wonder why. That's a little strange, don't you think? Hippomachoi, though, they devastate them. The Furies are also anti-large, but they also get a bonus versus heroes, which is cool. So if your opponent puts their hero in a chariot, the Furies can really hurt that. Basically, the plan on my build was that the Daughters of Ares, the Furies charge in, while the Harpies discourage with their javelins, and it was doing wonders on the 2 winged Lycian chariots, which are they're just so cool. I love the winged Lycian chariots so much. And let me show you why. I covered this in my video the other day, but the thing that makes the winged Lycian chariots so cool is their cost. 630 for a speed of 105. They are you can only take 2 of them, and he spent the rest of his funds here on archer chariots, which interesting decision. If I had been prepared for it, things could have gone a lot differently. Let me look at while we're talking about. Okay, he's thinking about going Pythia, huh? Pythia. Don't use that. Ares Thunder is good. Sharpshooter is amazing. I'm going to take Hippolyta on horseback. Don't mind me, I'm just looking for very specific abilities right now. Okay. So I was picking out very specific units because of their ability to basically my plan here is I'm going to buff stack. I can with the placement of a couple of these Coronites, a couple of Hippolyta's Chosen, and a couple of Toxonasis, I can spread out things like unbreakable, fierce resolve, hit points less than 50%, all of those buffs, and inspire to the last. And these are also units that get this ability. Basically, once their hit points reaches a certain point, they can activate this second wind, and then give it to all of their allies. We're going to go with Atalanta's Hunting Grounds for our next battle because we skipped it and I want to go back and play it. Let's see here, though. Phthia has unbreakable military units. This should do. Yeah, this should do nicely. Let's give this a go and see what happens. It is entirely appropriate for a young man killed in battle to lie there. I didn't finish the quote. Okay, so we have an interesting battlefield in front of us with a couple of ridges, a tree line or two that kind of breaks it open, and the possibilities for both of us to Vanguard deploy in relative seclusion. So, but the battle is mostly going to take place right here on this dinner plate of a rise. It's going to be a lot of fun right there, let me tell you. Okay. But you guys can forward deploy. What are you doing? Thank you. Here we go. Let's try this. How many did you bring? 480. Okay, might we be seeing more chariots? I think we might be seeing some more chariots. Oh, no, we're not. Okay. We're seeing centaurs. Centaur champions, centaur elders, spearfighting myrmidons. Yep, myrmidon swordsmen, good picks. Giant champions, also a great pick. Achilles, heavy Achaean bowmen, Aeginean runners. And here we go. Oh, they have Pila. All right.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Alright, so I chased off those centaur elders.
Your hero is under attack.
About to meet some giant champions in battle here. That's fine by me.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Not going so hot for my infantry fight. Don't want to just sit here and get shot up. Anyway, let's go ahead and start passing along some buffs.
Your warriors have been routed.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Didn't even see my Hippolytus Chosen get over there. Wow! Giant champions! Holy crud! They cleaned up all of that. I did not expect that to happen.
Thy Aeneas,
Yeah,
your
GG.
warriors are rallying.
I was hoping to get more work done with my my skirmish cav, but that just doesn't seem to be working out right now.
You have lost a unit.
Why are they routing? They have like a full...
Warriors
Thank
are
you.
rallying. One of your units has no more ammunition.
Okay. Now we're talking. Oh my gosh, those giant champions cleaned up everything. Really wasn't expecting to see them lose that heavily. So the problem with facing Myrmidon swordsmen is that they don't die. Or, well, I mean, they do die. They don't run. Okay, we did finally break the giant champions. Let's see if I have enough tools available to clean off the rest of their... Those Centaur Elders, are they faster than me? 96... 100, yeah, but their speed is enough to keep them ahead and waste all their ammo and kill me, so that's a good game for them. We'll see if they live long enough to do this next order. Let's keep these guys routing, that's good. So over here, the good news is that Hippolyta is ignoring the Myrmidon Swordsman's shield.
Take care. You are losing ground.
I'm still in it. I'm still in it. Oh shoot, they came back. Yeah, I don't know that we can win if... I hate it when units that are routing and are getting chased. Dang it, there it goes. I had the tools to win this. I could have done it. It was the Giants rallying while they were getting attacked that did me in with the balance of power. But I had ammo. I had a fully healed Hippolyta. I could have done something with that. Yeah, those giant champions, I did not see them carrying the fight quite as well as they did. I normally only ever bring giants for chariot duty. Let's see here. Let's go with Ithaca. Ithaca? No. I'm feeling the need for giants. Where are the giants? Ah, there's the giants. Not the giants I'm looking for, though. Definitely isn't Hector. Was it Lycia? Is Lycia the giants I'm thinking of? There's the giants I'm thinking of. So yeah, those giant champions, two-handed club infantry, clubs that do anti-large and armor piercing. So not just regular clubs, stupid clubs. Yeah, good game, Ian. We're definitely going to bring those Lycian winged chariots. They're just so good. What kind of skirmisher do I want? Oh yeah, of course. I'm actually gonna take 3 of them. So these guys, they have enough armor to withstand a chariot charge. It was fun having swordsmen that wouldn't rout. Yeah, that's the big benefit of the Achilles lineup. The Myrmidons are fearless. They fight until they die. You didn't need as much micro as I needed. Those Myrmidons, they can literally be... You could have set them on fire and forget, and then moved on to the other units in your army. Just put the Myrmidon spearmen to chasing like their choice of of skirmish cav, and then literally just run them around the end of the map until they ran out of ammo. Because they would have survived the barrage, and then they would have eventually would have caught their target. The Giants did a lot better than I was expecting them to. I was expecting that since there was only like 12 units in the 10 models in the unit, that I could mob them with my Anatolian youth-like units. Basically, to treat the Giants like they were chariots. And he did not work out in the end. I'll have to pay them more attention in the future. So, whoever my opponent is, don't know who it's going to be. My answer to their bringing chariots is right here. It's the Armored Giant Spearmen. Oh, I gotta choose the next map. I already did Battlefield of Ares a couple times, so now we're going to do the Bending Stream. So yeah, my answer to chariots is giants. Hello, Young Zoe. I love using giants to stop chariots. They especially the giant spearmen. These guys throw javelins with 105 missile damage, 65 of which is armor piercing, and they themselves are anti-large. They'll stop a chariot. Chariot cannot run over. So Amazonians are good to use. It depends. Penthesilea lacks armor. Hippolyta lacks... they both lack good infantry. There is really good infantry units in their roster, but you're limited in how many you can pick for a multiplayer army. You can only take like 2 Daughters of Ares. The Daughters of Ares work great. They're fantastic at their job, but it's the rest of the main line that you need to really worry about. And I haven't quite found that sweet spot yet for the Amazons. I have an idea of what will work. And I'm trying to think. Like with that last battle, I probably could have done with a couple fewer skirmish cav, or with some actual melee cav. Melee cav in general really would have helped me in that last battle. Also, I'm going really thin on my main line. I'm actually going to change this up a bit. I really don't like the Eastern Spearmen, but taking one more can't hurt. Oh, these aren't actually units I wanted anyway. Hold on. Hold on a second. Wait a tick. Shoot. Okay, if I do go one less here, then I can pick up another review. A couple of you. That's a little better. I wish I had a two-handed charging unit. Can these guys put their... Nope. I wish I had a two-handed charging unit. I really do. Well, if I do one less here, I take out the Eastern Spearmen because I don't really like them anyway. Hey, that's better. That's much better. I wish they were two-handed spear, but I'm just fine with 4 units Lycian Axe Warriors. 160 remaining funds. I mean, I guess I could do that. That'll work. See you, Ram J. Thank you for coming. Lol, hey, spamming works. Face palm, laugh, laugh, cry, cry. Maybe. I mean, he did spam like 7 chariots at me, and I didn't see it coming. And at that stage, since I hadn't planned for more specific anti-chariot duty, I wasn't ready for it. If I had been playing like Lycia and using armored giant spearmen, or if I had been playing any of the other factions with more anti-chariot tools, it would have gone a lot differently. As it was, I was playing as Penthesilea's Amazons, and you can only take so many Furies before you run out of funds. And even still, the Furies are very lightly armored, and they can get beat up by the chariots. As I'm thinking about it, those winged Lycian chariots that I caught at the very edge of the map, I caught them with a unit of Furies. The Furies are a 1,600 point unit. The Lycian winged chariot that they routed off the battlefield was only 630 points. And my Furies got torn up in that engagement. So that was a much better trade for him than it was for me. By about 1,000 points. I'm just going to save this army real quick, because I want to go back and look at what can Penthesilea do if the enemy brings 7 chariot units. So my first instinct was Furies, but that low armor just meant that they got torn apart. So Hippomachoi would have done just fine, especially with their bonus versus large. And they have the speed to do it too. This Aeneas, even though they don't have the armor though, so probably not them. Horsewomen? No. So the Hippomachoi would have been just fine, but the problem is you're limited to 2, and that's more than 3,000 funds. You could also always just bring your own chariots. Javelin chariot would do good. My problem was that I was focusing too much on the ability for Furies, Daughters of Ares, and Harpies to just mob morale debuff on top of units that were getting beat up, but those are really better used against infantry than chariots. Let's see here. Let's load that Lycia army back up. Still don't have an opponent. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if my game is still displayed. If anybody happens to be online, you don't have to play with me. But could I get you to check to see if in the multiplayer lobby, if my room is still visible? I'm just kind of curious. Oh, sweet! I have more likes than views. That makes me happy. It means that people came in here, liked it, and even though they didn't stick around, they still liked it. That makes me happy. Anyway, it won't be long before, and I'm sure this is going to be like the big lesson from the multiplayer beta. I think people are going to demand that there are going to be unit caps on chariots, because just spamming chariots does seem to be a viable strategy. I'd rather find the strategies that make you better than the chariot spammers. In this case, armored giant spearmen. These guys eat chariots for breakfast. Like, part of a balanced breakfast, they eat chariots. Alright, on that note, I'm actually going to take a quick break. I'm going to go grab some water and some caffeine. I'm actually kind of yawning as I sit here playing this game. And I will be right back. Hopefully, when I return, I'll have an opponent. See ya! Oh, what's this? Still no opponent. I'm wondering if my game is even still visible. Because it might not be. Alright, so I'm going back out to the lobby. Okay. So there are other games right now. God. 100,000 funds 4v4? No way. Oh wow, it's actually the list keeps changing. Siege battle? 3 players? This is weird. 4-person FFA at 3,100 funds though? No thanks. And I'll trade a 2v2. Let's try this. Let's give this a run. Oh, Ian, you actually want to play one more? Well, do you have a minute? Because I just joined a joined a 2v2. Which will be played on the Rotting Forest. Let's see here. He's bringing a Chariot, a Defender Veteran, Champions of Phthia, Pythian Spears, Aegininian Runners, Light Swordsman, Thessalian Marines. He's not bringing any Myrmidons. Not sure I like that. What's this? May adversely affect performance. What are you talking about? Okay, so Ian says he wants to do a siege, and I'd love to do a siege. Absolutely. So we're just waiting on Giant Slow here to ready up. Oh, and OB Big. No, nope, just Giant Slow. Alright, so Epic account over here is playing as Paris. OB Big is here as Hippolyta. So it's going to be the two of them versus Pythia and Lycia. Oh, he changed it. Okay. I think he did anyway. No, it still looks the same. And we have no way of communicating with him, unfortunately. It's weird. Is it changing it so that they're not ready when I click not ready? That's a little awkward. Yeah, if you want to do a siege, I'd love to, and I'll even open it up to anybody else who's watching right now, and if they want to join in as well, they absolutely can. Come on, Giant Slow. Okay, the host left the game. All right, so let's go ahead and host that battle then. Jarl's YouTube channel, Siege is the name of the game. Siege Battle. Let me find a good map. Actually, kind of like this one. Give this a go. Termessos. All right, Ian, you gonna get in here? Oh, I don't have any friends, because this isn't Steam, of course! Come on in, Ian. The water's fine. Also, it's open to other people. I've made it a 2v2 game. So if anybody else would like to join in and figure out sieges in this game, you are welcome to. I'm going to be on the attacking team. Oh, sorry. Change your mind at the last minute? You can't make it? Oh, you had to go do something real quick. I get it. I had to too. If by the time you get here nobody else has jumped in, we'll probably just do a 1v1. Ian, I have it set so that you'd be the defender. Unless you wanted to learn how to do the attack. And Young Zo, another answer to your earlier question, which is, or if it is even a question, a response to your earlier statement about that. Okay, you want to attack. Gotcha. So I will go over here. Ian, make sure you don't forget about equipment. You're gonna need that equipment. Anyway, Young Zo, if you're still here. As is always the case with strategies like Chariot spam, it's a valid strategy until people figure out the counter, and then it's no longer a valid strategy. Or CA will change it so that you can only take a certain number of chariots, or the tournament organizers will. Oh, you want to defend? Okay. There you go. And if 2v2, you want to attack with me. Got it. Understood. What do I want to change? I'm attacking. I'm actually going to take out those. As much as I love them, they're not going to help me in this map. I'm going to keep both of these, though. And then they'll be helpful. I'm just going to take one more of those, I think. Oh, wait. Nope, wrong one. That. One more of that. Or 1270, 600. Nope. That's just Eastern Spearman. Shoot. Well, I could always do one of those, yeah. And spread out some XP love. Yeah, there you go. There we go. 1 XP left. You want to fix your graphics? Go right ahead. I was not noticing any lag when I was facing you in earlier battles, though. Alright, so I'm guessing he has to go restart the game or something. So yeah, I'm grateful for those of you who are sticking around, even though not much is happening. This is the downside to there being just, you know, making your own lobbies, is that, like, you kind of have to wait for people to come play with you, you know? It isn't like a quick battle or anything like that. And it's also the fact that, like, I can only cater to how many people I have in my audience. I don't get a lot of viewers when my stuff goes up. That's just something I'm used to. So that means I don't have people, like, jumping to play with me, like if I was, say, Heir of Carthage or Milk and Cookies. If I were to do online live battles with their audience, like, oh heck, I'd have a battle every time, and I'd have to have a password protected room. This time, however, it's just me, leaving it open into the ether and letting people decide whether or not they want to come in and play or not. Excuse me. And then there's other YouTubers who, they don't even have to fight themselves. They could just cast. And they do it very effectively, too. Anyway, Ian, whenever you're ready... Oh, yeah, here we go. Perfect timing. Alright, Termessos. He's got a nice little lake behind him. There's, I think, 3 or 4 gates. I've brought 5 Trojan horses. So yeah, this is the map. There's the capture point. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 gates to this city, actually. And I think... Oh, wait a minute. How close to that can I deploy? Can't at all. Never mind. But I have a plan. I have a plan. I'm regretting that I don't have a giant vanguard. If I had giant... Ooh, wait a minute. I have a plan. I have a plan. So, these guys can have a siege attacker, which means they can attack city gates. So I might even be able to get them all the way up here without being seen. So I'm going to leave those guys over there, and I'm going to focus my efforts here and here, so that if once I have that taken care of, I can then start moving up forces to pour in through here, once I've taken the walls here, etc., etc. You get what I'm trying to say. Let's see here. Let's get the rest of the army in position. Alright, and let's go ahead and figure out who's going to be in gear or not in gear. Alright. And don't need that extra siege tower. Trying to give them the shortest possible distance to their position to attack, as you can probably tell. These archers are going to be important to the effort. And then these 4. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I might just be stuck fighting on the walls forever with these guys, but they're good. They're good for it. And as for Sarpedon, I don't know, maybe we'll have him right here too. And he's playing as Achilles. He brought 600 defenders. Okay. He's playing smart in that he doesn't have to do a heck of a lot of micro if he has fewer units, and that's smart. If you have the wherewithal to know like the limits of your own micro ability, then like pick fewer units, because then you have less to worry about. You're on the clock. You have 3.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. I can't math. 2.5 minutes. Alright, time to move up some Trojan horses. Alright, so I see he has some reinforced chariots on the inside. It's interesting. Those towers have quite some range. There we go. That should be just fine. Kind of curious to know. This is the Sarpedon with skirmish, yeah. So I'm actually gonna kind of play a little cheeky here. I'm gonna see if I can't get some easy kills going. They could see them? Well, I don't like that. Oh, I see what happened. Alright, now they're hitting.
The foe has sighted your
Hey,
units.
Stop that. Now then, I wonder... Oh! He sallied out. That's smart. He watches Linksy. I get it. Alright. Well, shoot. Yeah.
You have captured the enemy tower.
Oh, great. They're just sitting there getting shot at? Great. That's delightful. It's not at all what I wanted. Armored giant
Your
spearmen,
warriors
huh?
are losing heart.
Well, then I guess I'll just leave that alone.
Your warriors are attacking the gates.
Oh, armored giant spearman of his own. Okay, that's smart.
Your hero is under attack.
Let's see how he does. The answer is not great. Oh well.
You are about to capture the gates. Your warriors have been routed.
Well, delightful. Wow, Sarpedon. More than half your health still left, and you're gonna rout.
You have captured the gates.
Oh my god, Sarpedon's just gonna walk right off the battlefield with more than half of his health. I'm kind of disgusted.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Yep, Sarpedon's gone. Very disgusted by that.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes. You have lost a unit.
Okay, armored Lycian archers. Pretty please. Pretty please.
Take care. You are losing.
Oh, come on! I was just... Army losses. Definitely some things did not go the way I expected them to. Didn't see the Chariot sally coming. Oh well. But no, once I got my units inside, I was like, I think I could win this, and then army losses kicked in. That was the unfortunate news. I don't even know if I got his chariots at the end with my armored Lycian, because you saw that even once they had regrouped, they were almost enough to deal with the chariots. I'm really upset that Sarpedon just got escorted off the battlefield. That was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting about that. I wish he had been able to do better against those chariots. Oh well. So folks, I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. I haven't gotten anybody else into my game since Ian started playing. There's definitely still some lessons to be learned. Today has been very, very useful for me for learning a few things. There's still some work that needs to be done when it comes to figuring out how each faction is going to answer chariots. There's still work to do on that. There's plenty of discussion to be had about how some of the mythic units are working compared to others. And yeah, there's lessons to be learned. Siege attacking and defending, I don't see that that's going to be where most of the fun is had in multiplayer. I think it's going to be land battles, very similar to Warhammer multiplayer scene right now. I mean, even the funds are identical, 12,400. And the game's engine is built off of the Warhammer engine. So we can expect to see the multiplayer work the same way, and you should expect to see much more land battle kind of stuff. I think my favorite factions to work with right now are Ithaca, Dardania, even though they don't have a lot of armor-piercing options. I'm not excited about the Amazons yet. There's still some work that can be done to figure those guys out. Vithia looks like it could be good. Could be. I'm thinking back on that siege battle now. If I had just kind of like not given up as soon as I saw that he was charging and sallying out with the chariots, I might have been able to do something about it. But as it was, I was kind of spread out. My giants attacking the gate ended up not mattering because I was just able to take the walls quietly over there. And I didn't even need the siege towers to take those walls. I could have just brought ladders, because I thought I mean, the siege towers help you get to the walls protected from the tower fire. But he timed his sally really good, because like the only thing I could have done in that instance is like, I don't know, abandon my siege towers and then go back to face them. And then Sarpedon just really disappointed me when it came to facing those chariots. Granted, I did have him on a skirmish chariot. That's true. It was the light variant. So it's not a very well-protected chariot. I still haven't been able to find any details about what triggers the breaking of a chariot. And how about his leadership? That morale drop. That was stunning, wasn't it? Like, that was really surprising. Considering that he was, I mean, I guess he was fighting alone. I guess that could have caused, that could have caused a morale break. It was, what were we looking at? It was Fifia, chariots. It was normal chariots, right? It wasn't even or was it reinforced chariots? It might have been reinforced chariots. Let me go peep that real quick, because I am curious. It was the reinforced chariots. It's definitely the reinforced chariots. Let's see here. So, what, he had 2,000 of his spend on this. They don't cause fear. It was just shocking to see Sarpedon running away when he had only lost like 2,000 hit points. That was shocking to me. And that might be my note for CA. Heck, like, even looking at the balance of power here, right? Sarpedon, Chariot, 1810. Balance of power, strongly in my favor. 2 reinforced chariots by themselves. This is weird, and those reinforced chariots had taken some damage from the archers. That's weird. That's strange that they were able to. I'm trying to think if there was anything else morale-wise that I didn't see happening. Maybe Sarpedon was discouraged because of the routing units. Still, though, his morale is 75. That's when okay, you know what? I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Because you know what I do have? I do have the replay. I do have the replay. He brought 2 giant spearmen just like me. 2 reinforced chariots. 4 slingers. I was going to eat those slingers for lunch. And then the Thessalian Marines. And then I was going to win once I got to the center of the town. Granted, I only had like the 4 axe chargers in here. But they were going to chew up all of those slingers without any difficulty. And then I was just going to hold them down while I took the town center. And at least I thought so anyway. I like how he left Achilles out here guarding this gate just in case. Yeah, it makes sense. But I just want to fast forward and figure out why Sarpedon lost his morale so quickly. So my hope was that from here I was going to be able to like shoot up here. Oh gosh, this is just... It's just... Look, half their health because of my archers. Half their health was gone. And losing then some. And this is, you see what I mean by like how these archers can hold their ground for a little while at least. They can't do it unsupported. But these guys are going to regroup. They'll be just fine. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. So their chariots do have anti-large damage, which is what was hurting Sarpedon through here. Sarpedon's morale is affected by damage sustained, attacked and flank. Damage sustained is down to negative 39. Flank exposed, losing. Exposed flank. Faster and stronger enemies nearby. That dropped him down to a 25. He still is only... Okay. So he's on foot now, so they lose their bonus versus large. Is he routing?
Engage the foe. Rely on it. Son of Zeus.
Your warriors
And then he
have
breaks.
been routed.
Okay, so his health bar changes based on when he gets out of the chariot. That's what it was. So he had already lost, like... He didn't just lose 1,100 health here. He'd actually lost, like... Wait a minute, that's not what happened. His chariots chased him to the edge of the map, didn't they? Or I thought they did. Yeah, now they are. That's a little weird. I don't think that's exactly what happened in the actual battle, but hey, it's fine. But yeah, Sarpedon shouldn't be routing anymore. The reason he is because he's being pushed off by the reinforced chariots. This is absolutely what happened, yeah. So Sarpedon, I wish he had regrouped. It's funny because in the previous land battle, my guys
has no more ammunition.
It was his giant champions. They got broken and routed, and I was chasing them off with a faster unit, but they regrouped. And my guys don't get to regroup for some reason.
Your warriors have spotted.
Anyway, as you can see, like I was going to clean out the Thessalian Marines. I was going to move through. I was going to eventually beat Achilles. And I was going to hold town center, but that's right when army losses kicked in. If army losses had kicked in, I think I could have won it because I had just gotten into a position where I was fighting him in the streets on my terms, versus and his chariots had been wiped out too. So, oh well, say la vie. I don't even know if I use say la vie in the right terms there, but yeah, that's that. I'm definitely upset about Sarpedon there. So yeah, like I said, his health pool was not only out like 30%, 60%. I'm sorry, it wasn't out like 30%. It was out like 60 to 75% because he had lost all of the hit points of his chariot, and then he only had like 30,000 hit points after the chariot. So there's a chunk of his health pool that disappears when they lose their chariot. That's another reason why not to take chariot on a hero, personally, I think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching. I love you all. Ta-ta. I'll see